I am Father Bartholomew, and this morning God arrived outside my church in a rusty old Jeep, dressed like a hippie. He staggered in through the front door and began to dance a jig. I said, God, have you had too many glasses of wine? Are you drunk? And God said, how dare you, Father Bartholomew? How dare you accuse God of drinking? You will now be punished. And then God threw a bolt of lightning in my direction, but he missed. And then he chased me around the church, laughing, while trying to electrocute me. Then all of a sudden he stopped, and he said to me, Father Bartholomew, I just remembered why I came here. I want you to invite a group of bishops and priests to your church. And I want you to give them chili con carne mixed with a generous helping of laxatives. I said, God, why would you do this? And God said, all of these priests are very bad, and they have all done terrible things. They are even worse than you, and they must all be punished in a special way. If you refuse to do this, I will make you eat an entire case of laxatives. Then God handed me a list of names and disappeared in a puff of smoke. The next day I invited all of the priests and bishops to my church, and I gave them all chili con carne mixed with laxatives. After a certain degree of time, their insides began to bubble. They all looked at each other with confusion in their eyes, and then they all suddenly stared at me accusingly and pointed in my direction. Just as one of them was about to speak, the sound of bubbling grew louder, and then all of the priests and bishops stood up and they ran from the church, tripping over each other as they did so. Just before the last priest was about to leave the building, he shouted at me that I will burn in hell for all that I have done. But I wasn't worried because I knew I had God on my side and I was following his orders. Then God suddenly appeared in a puff of smoke behind me and said to me, Father Bartholomew, why are all these priests and bishops running away from your church? What have you done? I said, God, you know what I've done. I've given them all laxatives, just like you told me. And God said, no, I didn't. And I said, God, you were here yesterday and you told me. God suddenly interrupted me and said, I was never here. You chose to do this. You imagined that I was here, giving you instructions. It was all in your head. You did it all by yourself. You've crossed the line now, Father. You've gone too far. This is the worst sin you have ever committed, and I'm going to have to think up some extremely elaborate punishment to fit your crime. I said, God, why do you keep tricking me into committing sins? And God just winked at me and smiled.